Greg, farmers are probably befuddled more than anything else about fertilizer. I'm not sure there are any real good answers, but if you have any, why, I think they would like to know what you foresee anyway.
Yeah, so I mean, the meeting we just came out of here today talked a lot about supply and demand, and I think that's the important part of the fertilizer story today is there's a global supply and a global demand for fertilizer, and we, much the same way we have to compete for export markets for our outputs, we have to compete in the global markets for our inputs. So even though things feel dreary maybe locally, globally agriculture isn't as depressed maybe as it is right here. So other countries are willing to pay the prices that are being offered on the globe, so we have to compete for that.
I know that's India. India consumes a lot of fertilizer.
Absolutely.
And China would like to sell India a lot of fertilizer in one big fell swoop.
Yep, and it varies by product, right? I mean, yeah, China's a huge buyer of potash, but an exporter of nitrogen and phosphates. And they've been restricting exports the last couple of years, trying to keep supplies ample domestically for them, which has helped to provide tightness to the global market as well. So it's a myriad of complexity to sort through it all.
A lot of folks know that we have a pretty good phosphate supply in Florida, but is it not just coming out in the volumes that it should?
No, I think we're maximizing domestic production. But in a normal year, we still have to import about 30% of our phosphate needs to meet typical demand in the U.S. So that puts us into that global market, and we've got to pay the global prices, add on the complexity of tariffs. There's a lot to navigate there, and a lot of uncertainty on what that fee structure looks like day to day right now. So
there's a lot of folks probably are talking to their fertilizer dealers figuring out whether they should apply it this fall, whether they should wait till next spring, how much they're going to supply, if some are going to cut it back. Mm-hmm. There's probably a lot of communication that really needs to happen right now.
Absolutely. I think the biggest challenge for local suppliers is going to be understanding people's true intention. Just like you said, are they going to wait till spring and do it later, or are they going to skip it all together? And all that kind of is required information to build the right supply plan for local supply needs. So,
do you see any flexing in prices between fall and spring at all?
I don't. There's the optimists are hoping for a big reset, but I don't see the world being sorted out in a meaningful way between now and spring. As we sit today, it's basically October 1st, and we'll be in the fields for the next 60 days, and then we'll immediately have to start buying all the supplies for spring. And I don't believe we're going to be sorted in the next 90 days. So.
Okay. Now there's potash coming out of Canada doesn't really have a tariff on it because of USMCA.
Correct.
But there's Morocco has tariffs on its phosphates. Trinidad and Tobago have tariffs on their ammonia products. If those come off in any way, will that benefit the affordability of those products?
Yeah, if you reduce tariffs, affordability should be improved theoretically. So.
Okay. But you're probably not wanting to forecast
Yeah,
whether that's going to happen.
Yeah, I am not going to forecast what is going to happen on those policy fronts for sure.
Okay.
But
what have I not asked about that you would like farmers to know?
I would just reinforce the communication piece that you mentioned, Stu. Is like it's important for farmers to work with their local supply partners to make sure that they know what their real intentions are, so they can get what they need there in time. So.
Okay.